Hello everybody, welcome to Khatri 3D. In this video, we'll be continuing our stylized parrot. I'll be adding some secondary colors as well as we'll use some generators. I'm going to explain you what generators are and how can they be so helpful when doing stylized texturing or any kind of texturing in Substance Painter. So first of all, we will bring up our reference here, and last time and on the first part of this video we have added the primary colors to fill out the whole model. What I do is I fill primary colors of all model at will at first because it helps me understand the language of the colors I'm going to use. So let's begin. Let's select the body and copy and paste a new layer from the bottom. Ctrl C and select the top layer and press Ctrl V. Choose the color and use the color picker to pick up that off-white color. Okay, and close it. I will close the minimize the reference. Okay, and I will add the black marks here, and I will choose the polygon fill option and select the polygon fill. It will fill all the polygons using the black marks. It will paint with the white and gives you a visible of that layer we have created. Okay, now it works like this, that if you click on this polygon it will fill the color, as well as if you click and drag it will fill all the way to the back. Okay, if I scroll uh, left and right, you can see that it filled all the way to the back. Okay, I will do the same. I will open up the reference and see how the pattern is showing. I have to think about the design too, and let's click and drag and fill those. Okay, remember we are using white marks, black marks and painting white on it. Okay, how do I know? If I look at polygon, if I click on the brush, you will be able to see the white and black palette. Okay, I can just switch it to the black here and it will remove this off-white layer. Okay, so I will do this with these wings as well. Just select it. Okay, I have mistakenly selected the mesh polygon fill. I will undo it, select the polygon fill and just click and drag. It needs to be subtle. Okay, I am not overdoing it. If I wanted to, I can remove it by pressing X and fill it with black. At the moment I am filling it with white. Okay, it needs to be good with the design, and the design shows I need to remove some of the feathers here, or five feathers here. I will press X. As you can see, the bar changes from white to black, and now I can remove it. Okay, just like that. Now it matches with the design. Okay, maybe I will fill this again. Press X to invert and fill this. Okay, now the back of the tail also. Always think about the design first, then everything. Press X and remove this. Okay, the good thing about it is that if you fill the one side and it will fill the other automatically if you click and drag. Okay, now I will use generator. The generator are consist of various kind of things you could do, and I want to add some blackness on the edges of the model or the end of the model. For example, it is green here, I want to make it dark from the bottom and go up bright to the top, and we could just manually paint it, or we could use the generators. And what I'm saying is, copy this bottom layer again, or you could create a new one. I just copy paste it, it helps my workflow faster. And I will change the color palette a little bit. Okay, and I will turn the value down. I will turn the value down, and now I will fill it with the black marks. You could do generators without using any marks, but the power of the generators is using the marks. And I will add the generator. Click on this generator, it is in the properties palette, and you could choose various kind of generators here. For example, ambient occlusion, 3D distance, dirt generator, or anyone. For example, if I choose the dirt generators, it will use the procedural method using the black marks and will add the dirt around your model. You could just play with the parameters and turn the dirt level on and off, and just turn your model quickly with dirt with this generator. This is the power of Substance Painter, and there are a lot of generators you could use, but at the moment I don't want to use generator, I want to use another. And I will add the generator again, and what I will use is the position generator. Position generators can make the colors. For example, I will add the black marks first. Okay, I will remove this empty generator, and I will use the generator on the black marks. Okay, add the generators here quick, and I will choose the position mask. The position mask is very helpful. It fills your model according to the position. Okay, if I choose the marks from this material, you can see the marks on the viewport. And now where it is dark, it is not showing this layer, and where it is white, it is showing this layer. I can just, it is going from brighter to dark. This layer is dark, so what I will do is I will invert the mask, and I will turn the global balance high, because I don't want the top part to fill with this layer or any glimpse of it. I can just turn the contrast on and off, and I can just increase the global blur at this situation I want. And if I choose the base color, you could see that the top is unaffected, but the bottom is getting darker. And if I choose the material again, you could see the effect. If I turn off this layer, see this, can you see that? By turning off, it is the same thing. By turning it on, it gets slightly darker below. And this is what generators do, and you can choose a lot of generators from it. And if I need be, I'll be using other generators as well, but at the moment all I want is to manually paint it. Now I will choose the beak. I will fill it with the beak with the paint layer. And what I will do is I will copy this layer, the beak layer, and I will paste it on the top, remove the black marks, and this time I will slightly yellow. I will turn the model slightly yellow and turn its value slightly high, add black marks, and fill it manually with the brush. Now you could choose a mouse. I'm using graphics tablet, and I'm turning off this pressure sensitivity of this size and turning on the pressure sensitivity of the flow, and turning flow, decreasing the flow as well as stroke opacity. And I will choose the soft brush. I mostly use the soft brush, and I will fill it with the white marks here. The white is selected, and I will just, with the slight pressure from the marks, I will just gently paint it. I will paint it just to change the rhythm of the big. Add between multiple colors. It was one color before, now I am adding it with multiple color. Now again I will copy and paste this layer, remove the black marks, and this time I will choose the higher saturation and the higher value, and it will be our edge. And I will add the black marks again. This time I will turn the flow a bit more and the stroke opacity a bit more, and I will just size the stroke a little smaller just to fit the big edge, and just the edges, just this, we want to fill just the edges. We could use another generator for this using the curvature map, but I feel this model manually. I want to do this stuff manually. I can just change the color to see if the big edge color can be made better. For example, I can choose the saturation a little bit just to make it think like it is from the white big. Now for the cavities of the nose, I will again copy this layer and paste it on top, remove the black marks, and turn the value down a lot, and fill it with the black mask, and just paint over it, just paint over it. Now I will select the eyes, and we will paint the eyes. Now the iris is already black, we will paint it with the purple. I will copy and duplicate it, again remove the mask, fill the color palette with the bright purple, and give it a black mask, and with our basic soft brush we will just paint it, but we will preserve the edges of this iris. At least I will try to preserve the edges of the iris. I will invert the black mask and fill the edges, if mistakenly fill it with the bright orange color. And what we could do is select the copy, duplicate the same layer again, remove the mask, and turn the value of this layer quite a bit. I could just slightly change the hue, and saturation may be a little less or high. Let's see. The good thing is we could always change the color of the layer. It is not a fixed paint layer, it is a fill layer. And I will just turn the flow a little bit down, and reduce the opacity a little bit, and just fill it with the slight hint of brightness with this. Okay, just like that. how it look like. It looks perfect. Same with the this eye. Now what I would could do is I can turn on the symmetry. You can use the symmetry of this model, but somehow in the blender I mess up the location origin of this model and I couldn't use the symmetry if I need to. So you need to keep these things in mind and uh, plan accordingly before exporting into Substance Painter. This was my mistake. I couldn't use symmetry on this model. I will paint the eye. Here it is. Now I went on and filled the other eye as well as the feather, this feather, and because it saves a lot of time. Now the secondary color of the body itself, as you can see, you could see the bottoms are dark and the middle are brighter. It is a trick I learned it from the Aaron Blaze, from going dark to going bright. So I will add the bright color at the middle of this model and you would see the model will start to look really good after that. For example, I will select the bottom layer again, copy it, place it on the top, and I will just add the black marks. Before adding the black marks, I will just increase its value a little bit. Let's change the color a little bit and maybe change its saturation, increase the saturation, and let's see, add the black marks and just slightly, just a hint, and fill it the body, fill it just with your pen, a little bit of pressure, and it will do the work for you. If you're using the mouse, just make sure your flow and opacity is low and use the mouse as well. Most people don't use pressure sensitivity with the Substance Painter because it does the job for yourself automatic with all these effects generator. And but I like to be in control most of the time what I'm doing the most. And the feathers as well, the edges around it, I will fill it with the bright color, fill this part, and always switch the lighting, rotate the lighting to see how your model is looking like from all the lighting angles. You could do with shift, holding shift and right mouse button to change the lighting. And for the head, I will again choose the bright color, copy, paste, increase the value a little bit, and changing the hue a little bit. It always work, it always work. Give it a black mask and fill the middle part with the bright color. I haven't added the darkest part on the corners here. For the brows itself, I will do the same trick again and just copy and paste it. Turn the value a little bit high. Turn the hue, uh, change the hue a little bit. You could go down just a little bit. Let's see how it looks. Add black marks with your brush, the bottom part, and this part as well. A little bit, a little bit, a little bit, and a little bit. And our model is looking like really good. Okay, now for this front feather, I'll be using some generators and doing the same trick we are doing at the moment, filling with the bright colors on the next video. Let's quickly do the stand. copy and paste, turn the value a little bit, and maybe change the hue. Give it a black mask, fill the top part, fill the top part with this layer. We'll be adding some darkest bit later, but at the moment I think that is enough for this video. The video is already gotten really longer, and that's it, folks. And I think we have worked a lot in this model, and it is already look like a great piece of paint. As you can see, a little by little, using small colors, primary and secondary colors, you can fill it with the different varieties, and your model will look like a really good stylized model. And in the next video we will be using additional colors and the final touch-ups of the model before you could export it for the Blender model. And I would be telling you how to export it in Blender, what settings to use in the further coming videos. So I hope you like this video. If you haven't, just drop a like, share it with your friends, and if anyone want to learn the stylized texturing, and share it to your friends. Share this video a lot, tell them to subscribe. You subscribe, join my Facebook group, the link is in the description, and I will meet you in the next video. Take care.